Good morning, watch fans. This is Big Jim with the Big Giant Wrist. 8.5-inch wrist makes it really hard to find a watch you like. Luckily, I have a box here that everyone who's seen me before has seen many times. These are my 11 watches in this box. I'll zoom out here in a second. You can see them all. This is my 11 watches in this box right there. And these three are the three that I wear the most by a long shot. When I grab a watch, it's probably going to be one of these three. There are three automatics, a Rolex, a Tudor, and a Longines. And the reason why is very simple. This, of course, is a 43 millimeter with a butterfly clasp. It's got decent lume. It's got a good date. It's got a fast switch over. It doesn't have that date that hangs. A lot of, like Seiko's, they spend an hour and a half to 2 hours flipping the date. This flips instantaneously. This is a no-date Tudor Black Bay 41 Heritage. It's, of course, blue on the blue. What strap is this, folks? Anybody remember what this is? Everest. Thank you. It's an Everest. It has the deploying clasp that came off of a leather Tudor strap. Fits beautifully. And of course, this is the Rolex OP39 in blue. The reasons why these are my favorites. This is just fits me well. I have an 8.5-inch wrist. This takes up a lot of wrist presence and makes it a fantastic watch to wear. Plain and simple. It looks good on my wrist, it fits me well, and it keeps great time. Extremely accurate, 28,800 beats per hour. It's got a modified ETA movement. It's just a great watch. I got it in December for about $850 from Joma. I've had this 2 years now, this blue Tudor. Came on a bracelet. It came in the box with the rubber. I never would have thought to buy this particular rubber strap. It's $250 rubber strap. But I already had a deploying clasp for it, so I was able to make the deployment work, and it lives on the blue now. Accurate, comfortable. It's my go-to sports watch. It gets a lot of wrist time, And my Rolex is simply the most comfortable bracelet I own. It's Rolex. It costs a fortune, compared to the rest of the watches. These two watches together cost brand new retail would be $4,000. Retail on this is now ridiculously like close to $7,000. So, this is worth as much as any one of almost my entire other collection together. So, so you would expect it to be extremely comfortable because it's a Rolex, and you know what? It does not disappoint. Extremely comfortable, and I wear it a lot. It's a 39 millimeter on an 8.5-inch wrist. It doesn't take up the most. You can look at the two compared. It doesn't take up the most wrist space, but that long lug with the, it's like a 50 millimeter lug with the male end links, so it's nice. The Longines has female end links, so it has legitimate 50. I believe it's a 50 exactly. I believe they're really close lengthwise because of the lug. I might need a new battery for this thing pretty quick. I might need a new battery for it. Let's take a look at that real quick. Maximum lug to lug on this is 52.6, it appears. 52.4. Yep, maximum lug on that one. And that's a 43 millimeter. Maximum lug on the Rolex, because it has male end links that don't retract, is 49. I thought it was bigger than that. Yeah, 49.0. So not a huge difference. It's 4 millimeters difference in size overall, and it's about 4 millimeter size difference in lug length. So 49 is a good length for most people. 49 works really well. It fits well for my wrists. I have no complaints. 53 is a big wrist, plain and simple. Of the two, I gotta tell you, if I had to, start my, I've been collecting a long time. If I had to start my collection over and go with, great watches at a great value. I would have bought a couple of Longines. I would have got, you know, the 41 millimeter was not available when I bought this watch. The Rolex was only available in 39. They discontinued to put the 41 out. So, of course, I would have got the 41 being a bigger watch. But I have these two are 41s. This is a 41, and it's stainless steel brother in black. It's also a 41. That's filthy on camera, but it's a 41 also. So I have it in stainless steel bracelet in black, and I have it in blue on rubber. And they are the same exact watch except for color. So I really like the 41 millimeter size. It's kind of my sweet spot. You know, I have a bunch of G-Shocks. I've talked about them a million times. My G-Shocks are mostly GA2100s, which are, you know, 43.5 millimeters across in ballpark. 44, I think, 44s. Great watches. Love them to death because they have hands and no seconds hands, so there's no missing indices for, you know, quartz that miss indices drives me crazy. I'm considering getting a Grand Seiko in quartz. Love the watches, very sporty, nice bands. I'll probably get it on a black and yellow canvas. It's a nice watch. It's a good size. It's 40 with a 39 millimeter, so it's close, a little bigger than this, a little bigger than that, but it's on a canvas strap. Very nice. Very beautiful watch. Got yellow accents. I have a thing for yellow in watches. Been looking at a bunch of watches with yellow accents. So, the Grand Seiko's nice, $2,500, pretty reasonable price. I'm in no hurry to buy another watch though right now. You know, we had some medical issues with my daughter. She's doing much better. Not out of the woods yet, but much better. Probably pretty close to healed in the next 6 months to a year. So it'll be great. And I'm just very happy with my overall collection. You know, I really like my collection. I don't know, you know, I just seem to be one of those guys that is very content with what he has. Is that weird or what? There it is. Let me fix that for you, folks. I just really like it. You know, I think I've got a good collection here. And I've got a few more watches in the safe I don't wear very often that are out of rotation currently. So, you know, these are the 3 watches that I wear the most. I wore this yesterday. I wore this the day before yesterday. I'm wearing this today, and I'll probably wear this tomorrow. It's a nice collection. It's a very nice collection. It just works for me. I wore this on Sunday last week. Cheap little to-sell diver. You know, it's their marine diver. It's a good watch. It's very inexpensive. The Seiko, another inexpensive diver. Those are my 2 divers in rotation. And when I travel with quartz. I don't travel much, but when I do travel, I prefer not to have to worry about losing a watch, getting stolen, or whatever else. And so I travel with one of my quartz, and that's perfectly fine with me. So this has been Big Jim talking about his favorite watches in his collection. If anybody has any questions, please post them below, and we'll catch you on the next one.